basically the
Hi guys! Welcome, 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 welcome. I hope everyone is well this day. Don't forget to unmute your mic also. And we are here. We are ready. We have a lot of things happening this day. A huge gems giveaway. We're going to talk about the holiday event that's happening in our server, all of that good stuff. We do have our CEO Rico is going to be coming on, and also one of our developers, Remo, that you saw him last time on the Halloween stream, is going to be here with us today. So hi everybody, how are you today, Commander Ulthar? Even though that you don't go by Commander Ulthar, but still, hi.
hello, hello, glad to be here, and hopefully lots of you guys are going to be joining because we have a wonderful stream today. And yeah,
Yeah. So anyway, we're gonna start off with a few spins. My army right now is usually pretty like savage to go up against, especially if you're like a rank 14. But today I might be a little bit easier. Let me go ahead and fix my audio since it's a little low. How's the music, guys? Is everything else okay? Is it too loud as well? So anyway, we're gonna do our regular, just regular fight night. So if you signed up for that, we're gonna go ahead and get started. And yeah. We'll see. Ta-da. So it's I don't think mine is on auto spin. Zayo up first. Always Zayo. The first guy to show up is always here. Yes, you can see the Google Meeting thing. Let's see. Is that better? Yay. So hi guys. So my army did not do well at all against this. Complete defeat, of course. Probably need to change up some power stones here, but I'm just gonna keep going, see what I have. So we had a few stream mishaps, and that's why you're seeing my stream or my game Furiosa instead of Alter's Skull one. But yeah, and he had a great army also, right? That I heard.
Yeah, absolutely. I was preparing. I had something pretty much unbeatable. Only lost a couple of times, and I was uh, looking forward to providing a very worthy challenge to sort of wrap up the year. But unfortunately, the Elgato card said no, and we had
Not
to
today.
reconfigure things. But the main thing is that we're here, and I'm sure that Sapphire's army is going to do very well, as it's doing
Well,
actually now on the screen.
I don't know about well since I've already lost like twice. But we'll see. It's okay. It'll be fine. I know that I always need to make adjustments. I'm especially the type of person that sticks to one thing for like a very long time before I actually have to like start like switching up a little bit. You know what I mean? That's usually typically me.
Mhm.
Let me. Hi, Alex. Hi, guys. My mic quality is probably not as good as you guys are used to, by the way. Imagine if this sounds better, I'd be totally surprised. Okay, let me try something. Let me just keep going this. You know what? Well, no. Anyway, guys, I hope everyone has been okay. So, Alter, if people are signing up for the fight nights today, does that mean that they get to also like what's it called? Like they're also gonna get awards, aren't they? Like they're gonna
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. We will be running it a little bit different this time because obviously we were planning to have it on the new system, but now because of last minute changes, we have to run it the old style. But
yeah,
uh, we will be sending out the rewards to everybody, and everybody is going to win nice rewards from this fight and this stream.
from this one at
So
least. Okay, so then here's the thing. If they win, if they win, if I get defeated, what does that mean for them? How many gems are they getting?
I think that for the sort of spirit, like in the spirit
Perché?
of Christmas and holidays and just celebration in general, I think that we can give 500 to winners and losers and all sorts of come together and instead of having the normal thing and be it about the competition now, you can have the competition and see yourself beat amazing Sapphire on stream, but
Because
you
then
still get the same. Yeah, yeah.
my army is very low level compared to see I'm getting a bunch of defeats, so that means everybody that has beat me so far is going to be getting 500 gems. Like that's a lot,
Yep,
especially with all the
that
giveaways
is.
that we are gonna have during stream. I mean, I'm excited about that too, right? I mean, that's something that it's been a while since I've been on stream, and it's been a while since I think we've had a huge gems giveaway on stream, and I think this is just the perfect event to do that with, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm
I
thinking
agree. I
if
agree.
so I'm like the type of person that likes to get likes and like chats and everything, right? So if we're able to get to up to
Mm.
100 likes right now in the next what 20 or 30 minutes, I think I will. What do you want to double it? Maybe we can double them. Let's see.
I
If
mean,
we
I,
got
I would say,
100.
I would say though, like right now, we're what? It's 18:11. So if by 18:30, we would have the 100 likes, then I would definitely agree with you.
Then you'll agree
We
with
do need
me.
to. Yeah, yeah.
Let me
So
see.
like yeah, it's like 19 minutes, 20 minutes. Do you think that that's enough for people to smash that like button?
I think so. I mean, we do have a few people watching us already. So if everyone hits that like button, we can go ahead and double the reward. So that means if I've already fought you and if I'm fighting you today, that means you're getting 500 gems plus 200, that's 700 already. And this is just the start of it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's so much more that's gonna happen throughout the stream and everything like that. So I don't know. I think we can get there. We already have 50 likes so far. We're halfway through. It's not new music. It's the same music that I've had in the streams the whole time. But this one is a little bit more slower, more mellow. So that's why maybe you guys are barely starting to pick this one up. But yeah. So yes, go ahead and like the video. Because, okay, ultimately, you guys know how I am. The more likes that we get, the more gems that I give away, the happier that you guys
Author's
are.
camera is off. My camera is a little wonky, that's true. We had to do some adjustments to make it fit the best way possible, and unfortunately, that's how it turned out. At this point, we're going to try to maybe sit a little bit further away so that I'm well
Where
in the shot.
Where exactly is your mic, by the way? Is it the one that's on your headset, or are you using the other one?
It's the one on my head, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, because I know some people were saying that your audio was a little bit too low.
Yeah, I think it might also be because of the call in general.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I have you as high as I can have you on here without it. How's the audio, guys? Let us know. So, okay, one thing that I did want to go over today that I did not want to forget that I'll discuss throughout the day as well would be the holiday events that we have going on our Discord server. So,
Mm,
we've had a few submissions already. It's not due until, I don't remember when it's due. Oh yeah, the 22nd. So that's Tuesday the 22nd. So you have about another week and a half or so to go ahead and do your submissions. It's basically fan art. Any and all kind of fan art, whether it's hand drawn, whether it's digital, whether, you know, it's watercolor and oil painting, it doesn't matter as long as the theme is Battle Legion, right? The second thing is that we have a story kind of a giveaway also. So basically, as long as the story is related to Battle Legion, it doesn't matter the language because luckily we do have stages that read French, Portuguese,
mm.
Spanish, German, Russian. So if you actually feel more comfortable writing in your own language, that's also permitted. And we're giving away huge, huge amounts of gems for that also, just so you guys know. So be sure to participate in that. Definitely a huge event that's happening. We are going to do the same thing that we did last time for the Halloween event, which is go ahead and publicize for those that allowed it to publicize your artwork onto our server. And then we're going to be able to tie in some sort of like, not an extra giveaway, but the people that get voted the most, those pictures will be shown onto our social media. And then those people that are get like a higher upvotes will get a little bit of extra gems here and there and stuff like that, which is separate from the holiday event. But then you guys get to vote who's like the best one, and that person will win more gems. Yay. Okay, I'm not doing that bad. I thought I was doing like really, really bad, but it's really bad right now. I see skulls everywhere, skeletons everywhere. I don't think I'm gonna win this one. I don't think I'm gonna win this one. Oh my god. Okay, total switch. I don't like
It's
how
very
it
swingy. I think
it
that
is.
maybe people from the not just from the Discord but from the game also been signing up today quite uh well, so that we're going to get a bit varied
It's
people.
it's definitely not the army that you guys deserve because Ulthar did spend, I think it was his whole Saturday and Friday afternoons just trying to come up with the perfect army that nobody can destroy, and yet you are facing against me, who right now just seems to be serving, you know.
It's all right. It's all right. Of course, I will keep it hidden, keep it safe, and once the time comes, I will unleash it upon the world.
So
Battle League.
who's your go-to for advice when it comes to because we as well, I know from my example, I typically have a handful of people that I always go to. Zayo I know is one of them.
Mm,
That I like to. frequently asked, and Bun Bun is another one. Is there anybody in particular that you like to go to for advice when it comes to your army?
I watch Glass videos. That's that's my because I think that I don't just try to go and copy a build, but it's interesting to go and listen to somebody else break down various units, various abilities, and tactics associated with them, and also I also appreciate when people sort of think from kind of card gamers perspective, if some people in the chat understand that, but sort of like what kind of counters you need to have, or what sort of synergies, and he does go over that quite well, so gives me good ideas, and yeah.
Glass is definitely one of our longest. Isn't he one of our longest ones? Also, one of our longest content creators. Like he's been here since I guess what, April, March of last year? Well, no, 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 of
Yeah,
this
yeah,
year.
he has
It's been a while. I know that
been a while. Yep.
he's been around for a while, so I know that he is one of our major content creators, and you can check out their videos. We have a media room in our Discord server, which, by the way, guys, this reminds me, we are going to be making updates to our Discord server. When, Walter? Do you want to say this coming week? In the next 2 weeks for sure, right? We're going to be adding the
Yeah,
language
yeah,
channels. That's coming for sure.
yeah. Absolutely, we are updating it. Starting next week, we're going to update it little by little and adding new
Yeah.
features to it. So a lot of nice things coming up. And Lazarus, we do have a lot of new cool things coming out. So hopefully your friends which started with you would rejoin once we do have, for example, artifacts, raids improvements. And for next year, we have deeper unit customizations and new game modes, and even a tournament system. So definitely a lot of cool things are in the pipeline. And today, actually, we are going to get a person on stream to talk more about it, and perhaps even show something. So,
So more of a preview coming later then, right?
oh yes, oh yes.
So I don't know if you saw, did you see me lose to that Frost Wizard? I was so upset. Frost Wizard for the win at the end. Only guy, last guy standing, probably like with left with the sliver of health, and he was just able to freeze me to death completely with like 5 guys. So
Mm.
you hate to see it
The one that
happen.
I would have had a Frost Wizard in my setup. It had
If
the
you had a
corrupted.
setup,
Yeah, I had a corrupted range because actually the damage of the Frost Wizard is completely irrelevant, and all these beautiful things. But unfortunately,
do you want to send me your builds anyway? Maybe that I can maybe I can mimic it
it will take quite a while, I think, to
to build it.
replicate all the stones. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Like, I mean,
maybe
I've actually had a bunch of different. But I mean, I sure I can send you.
send it to me anyway. So when Rico comes or something, we can go ahead and you can entertain him when I'm building the army on the other side over here. And no, we haven't jumped to form just yet. If we're able to get up to 100 likes in another 10 minutes, then we're going to go ahead and double the rewards. So that'll be 200
Mm.
gems. But you know how I am, and you know how forgiving I am, and you know how nice and like I'm in such a giving mood right now that even if like, we should get there, but if we don't, well, I'm just not gonna say anything. But you guys know how giving I am. But how has everybody been, by the way? It's been like at least 2 months since the last time that I have streamed. I've seen a lot of new names, a lot of new faces. So hi, welcome. You send it
I'm
to
just
me.
Yeah, I'm just sending you all the screenshots. Then I have that full.
Oh, look at this! I'm being devoured by a whole army here. That sucks. This is not fair. But that's what I get for not for. Yeah, I should have prepared my army anyway. We know for next time, right, guys? You're so famous that there's people named after you already.
That is nice. Very, very flattering as well. Thank
Yes.
you. And yeah, so it's almost ready. There we go. There we
So,
go.
but Paul, I don't know if you want to stay around anyway because we are going to be giving gems throughout the stream, and it's quite a lot. I mean, from people that have been on my stream, like they know. So I would recommend that you stay anyway, even though you might not get slots. But still. Hello, Elsa. How are you? Bye, Bud
There,
Call.
sent you the main units as well. There we go. You should be good now.
Oh my God, what is this? Is this? Were you mad at the world when you created this? This seems so bad. Oh, holy moly. Okay. I don't know. Like, I don't know if I want to actually. I don't think the world is ready to see this.
It is a fun build, I do have to say.
Oh my God.
I'm was very happy with it because actually it's the the Thorn Guards from the previous build, just one unit of those just does so much, completely pretty much countering the offense, backline offense, as well as providing very good protection against the Untamed Beast, which was also a bane of a lot of my previous builds. This is like an evolution, and I was really looking forward to seeing Zayo, Luis, and Storing, and Bird, and all the strategists out there bash their armies and dash their armies against the wall that was there. And I mean, I even used the crystal spires, which I love so much. It's everything found its place. And very nasty frost wizard, like supremely nasty. Like it has insane range and also resets its own attack. It's just insane.
Crazy. Crazy, crazy. I don't think I think the worst that I've ever done was my puppy builds, and that one was like my puppy and my arcane blades a couple of months back, and it was just like clean sweeping everybody. That was
Mm.
nice. So in this build, I also saw that you had assassins. Is that
Oh
for
yeah,
like?
yes, they are sort of like a little bit of a harassment unit, but of course with the double berserk and thunder shield, they do a lot of damage. They do a lot of damage. Lemon, we don't have canon names for Paladin or Death Knight. You're free to come up with your own. Either just completely at random or pick somebody from the community, your favorite sages, for example, or your friends or and guildmates. I mean, absolutely.
So people can come up with their own names. Oh my God, that's I hate those corner builds, those catapult corner builds for sure. Um, so yeah, the story is pretty much open to anything as long as it's Battle Legion related. I'm wondering how the audio is. I've been messing around with it a bit too much, probably, that I don't even know what's a good one and what's a bad one. So let me know if this doesn't work out for you guys. Just seeing a few things here. By the way, I love the sound of this game. Like you can even hear, like especially right now with Death Knight, you can hear the skulls like I don't even know how to say it when they're clacking against each other and stuff like that. That's just a little bit of detail that I just really like about this.
It was super fun, but also quite challenging participating in the audio creation
So
because
tell us about that. Yes, this is probably something that
I got
people
a
don't
chance.
know.
Yeah, I got a chance to actually uh, do that and participate. We had a one Friday evening a session where we recorded first male voices, then female voices, and depending on what skins and what units you use, you do hear different voices in the game. So actually, you do hear me scream and die and crush, and you had to do all sorts of like sounds. of victory and defeat and everything in between, and rage and sorrow and so on. So definitely you cannot you can't see me in the game, but you can definitely hear me in the game among a bunch of other people from Traplight and their friends. So
So, do you remember if you were like a one specific unit, or is it just like the ambiance where everybody's like screaming? Do you remember what unit you were in?
uh no, like I mean we did individual, but then we did group ones as well. So
Mm.
we spent about, I don't know, like different people lasted, to be honest, a various amount of time. I mean, if you want to try it, anyone is welcome to do, but just don't do it if you have something important where you need to use your voice, because you're gonna kill it. But actually shouting on top of your lungs for any prolonged period of time without proper training, I mean, I do have even more respect
Voice actors
towards
and
those, metal growling people, like I mean, they do that for like 2 hours straight at a gig, and I was screaming for like 15 minutes, and I was like, please, I need some tea now. So
so like I'm assuming those like super heavy metal like scraw scream, what's it called, guys like
yeah,
constantly with
yeah.
that. Oh my god, just doing that just even hurts my voice.
No, like and we do actually, our sound engineer, he is very very big metal fan,
Ooh.
and definitely there is definitely a technique, and you can learn it, how to properly growl, and it's yeah. It's like with any skill, you need to learn it. But it was fun. It was fun, and I think that the result, especially since the audio is dynamic, it is based on like who's on the field and so on. So it's cool.
I don't know what I'm supposed to be putting here, so I'm gonna go ahead and put a frost wizard in the middle.
Oh, look at that, Skarsgård. Hi there, buddy.
Hello. Get more wraiths.
I mean, Skarsgård is first of all, he is one of the longest fight night participants, because I definitely do remember his username from last year already. Uh, if I think
Skarsgård? Yeah, I don't
uh,
even know how to say his name again. What is it? Skarsgård?
Skarsgård. Yeah,
Skarsgård,
yeah,
okay.
because it's Swedish O at the end, and then also it's like I got a lot of comments from traplighters, because of course people watch the stream as well, and people, because I kept calling him Skarsgård, and like all sorts of wrong pronunciation, even though I should know how to Swedish as well, but
So
yeah.
Skarsgård, because I'm always seeing Skars. I was mispronunciating it as well. Whatever. So I was also saying
By
it
the way,
incorrectly.
likes. We are at 101. I'm sorry I'm interrupting.
It's
Not sorry at all,
dropped.
because we actually
Dropped.
managed to hit it
Dropped.
on time as well.
It's dropped. So go fill out the form. What's the biggest level in this game?
Biggest
So
level for the unit, 15, and for ranks also 15 currently. Soon 16.
soon 16. How soon?
Uh, I don't have the exact time, but early next year for sure. Oh yeah, of course. Storing. It's in Norway, and I mean it's a Scandinavic letter, Scandinavian letter.
Scandinavian.
I Scandinavian, yes. I can English maybe sometimes.
Yes, so the form that we just dropped right now that was 100 likes, it's actually going to be worth 200 gems. If we get to the 200 likes, maybe I'll consider duping that one as well, but I don't know. That's already probably too many gems for you guys. And not everyone has been on their best behavior actually lately, so I am generous, but I'm
And
also
we
mean.
and we have 29 minutes before we get our CEO to join us on the call. He will be at about uh
Another 30 minutes,
well,
right?
Yep, that's true.
Okay, so what do you have one unit out of everything that is your absolute favorite unit? Might not always be the best unit, but it's your absolute favorite unit.
Yeah, Untamed Beast easily.
Untamed Beast.
Uh, yep. I think it's not always the best, but when it is, I like that it has self heal. It's a very tanky unit, and it can basically uh, it can win by itself in a lot of situations, but it's I don't think it's the best unit in the game because it is very situational, but I think it's the most fun to use in a way because it is so when it's powerful, it's super powerful.
When it's powerful, it's super powerful.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, you can basically like I've made builds where the beast by itself could beat the whole army, or with a support of let's say healer could beat the whole army. Uh, but I would say the sort of best unit to level up would be something like Archer, to be honest, or on my main or like on my real account, the one that I play, and got actually kicked out recently from the guild for inactivity, so I don't get to
Wow.
do the raids now. But anyhow, on that account, I am trying to level up my axe throwers to 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 the max, well, to level 12.
Your axe
Yep.
throwers, you mean your hammer throwers?
Hammer throwers, yes.
It's okay. For me, my favorite unit for some reason is the ancient tree. I absolutely love everything about it. It could be because I have a plant fetish and it's a plant and I like plants. Oh, and arcane blades. I absolutely, and this is something that you're gonna constantly hear me say throughout like every single stream that I'm on, because I'm gonna mention it again now, is the arcane blades. The
Mm,
way when they're fighting another like an enemy arcane blade, and the way that they just like chop through the screen and everything like that. Like I absolutely love that whole visual, and
mm.
because of that, it's like one of my favorite ones.
They are super cool. I agree. If you want to make a sort of fast rush army, I think that they're still one of the best units to do that. Especially because they are sort of like they can bypass a lot of the blocking units and really get deep behind the enemy lines without actually teleporting or doing any of those kind of shenanigans.
Yeah.
Um, but there are a lot of like it's very hard to say like absolutely the best. I've tried to use wagon many times, and it's a fun unit to use, but it's also like such a luck based unit that it's very hard to so it's not, I mean, it doesn't consistently do what you want it to do, and in that sense it's very hard to use it to consistently get wins with it, unless of course certain meta and so on. But um, what's your least favorite unit?
My least favorite unit is probably. That's a good question, actually. I never thought about my least favorite unit. Probably the dire wolves because I still don't know how to use them correctly. Because like untamed beasts, just throw in nature and they'll be fine. You know what I mean? I
Hmm.
can't say that I don't like the frog because I love the frog. I didn't like it in the beginning, but now I do. But
Mm,
I'm gonna say probably the dire wolves because I don't know how to use them well enough just yet.
mm, mm.
What
Yeah,
about you?
I started thinking as well that maybe drummer, because it's
Ooh,
kind of
yeah.
because kind of sometimes you really needed it in I mean it just feels quite I'm quite greedy for army points, and when you just take a unit so that your other units can withstand more hit points for longer, that's probably like, even though I mean it's a great unit to have and level up absolutely, but like I would kind of want to have more units that do stuff. So.
What do you mean
Yeah.
by do stuff? Like more abilities, more attack speed, more
Yeah, yeah, shoot
stuff?
or buff or because
Mm,
like their buff is like it's a passive buff. They're just there. It costs 2 points and it's there with the rest of your army. So for example, druid it buffs and does custom like animations and like it heals this unit, buffs that unit. Same
yeah.
thing with the with Valkyrie, for example, like another. But the original support units were the drummer and the bard left because back in the day it was just 25% attack power to everything around, and it just had to be in every single army because more damage.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I mean I do think that the drummer is fine, but it's kind of like the least exciting for me to use. I mean I love, for example, towers on the other hand because they have like 6 beams that they shoot. It's dirty. Do you hate assassins? Do you hate the like when you have to use them, or you just hate when others use assassins against
I
you?
hate it when others use assassins against me. I
Yeah,
absolutely
like
hate
it's
that.
yeah, because
Oh, so
when you
annoyed.
kind of
Like right
you
now.
you 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 neglect protecting your back, and like it's you pay dearly for doing that. Absolutely.
I think well I think Stormcaller is now better than it was before. But yes, Assassin is one of those like really pesky ones that you just like you find it you're like, damn it, I was doing so well. Like, okay, you're on a win streak, right? You haven't gone through many assassins. Maybe like one army had an assassin and you were able to still beat them out. But then you come across this one army that all of a sudden it completely annihilates your win streak and you had your back like completely exposed, and it's just like so annoying to see them like just plow down through your whole entire army. So that is something that for me is very frustrating, and I get really mad at the game, and then I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna stop playing. You know what I mean? Like it gets to the point where I'm like, I have to put it away.
Yep, yep. That is true. That is true. That's, I mean, been there, and especially when you kind of like, even if because it can be also that people are scrolling at the same time as you, and all of a sudden you see that the army that you beat, that like their assassin moved, and
Yeah,
now it spawns exactly on top of your whatever ranged cluster that you wanted to protect so much, and then you are in trouble.
a lot of trouble. Yeah. So what about skins? What's your favorite skin?
Hmm. I mean, I would say that either like not even any particular skin as such, but as theme, I really like the royal, the sort of like paladin look, the army of light kind of stuff. I always
Mm,
like playing paladins. So in general, like that as a theme, I like very much. I think incandescent paladin skin looks pretty cool, even though it's more demonic, but it's more of a
yeah.
like kind of like this inquisitor type. So but yeah, like I mean, but like as somebody mentioned, Gator Stormcaller, that's a super sweet looking skin. Like there are some individual ones which are just super nice. I'm actually hoping for maybe like Untamed Beast Cthulhu skin. That would be pretty sweet.
Wait, Untamed Beast, what skin?
Cthulhu, like
What's a
the
tool?
big beast, Cthulhu, or like how do you pronounce
Oh,
it? Mm,
Cthulhu, all Americanized over here. Cthulhu, yes, Cthulhu skin.
yes.
That would be so creepy.
It could have wings. Maybe it could
Wings.
fly. I want,
Cthulhu
I want, I
doesn't.
want, I want a skin that
Wait,
makes the character fly.
like a dragon, maybe perhaps or something. Imagine Untamed Beast dragon. That would be dope. Who would you put? Okay,
Mm.
because I know a lot of people have wanted a dragon both in our development team and our community, like in our community. Who, do you think that a dragon deserves its own unit per se, or better like a skinned dragon, like a Untamed Beast dragon or something?
Actually, to be honest, I don't hope for a dragon unit. I'm going to get a whole bunch of hate from the community now, but I hope that we never get a dragon unit. I hope that we get a
What?
I hope that the dragon would be a boss, like a raid boss that would be
Oh, yeah,
huge and it
yeah,
would be
yeah,
hard
yeah.
and it would be like like breathe like so it could have cool mechanics and it could do cool stuff and maybe like as a unit you could maybe have like some dragon spawns or like dragon kin or these dragony units, but not like because it would be kind of silly in my opinion to have uh like how big of a dragon would you get
Mm.
maybe a drake, but like a dragon should be a lot bigger than an
Should be a
archer.
boss. Should be a boss. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
If you're gonna make a dragon, if you're gonna do it right, it should be a raid boss, not just like a little like wreath or something like that that you have like on your a wyvern like that you have on your army. That's true.
Mm.
Hmm. 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 I wish we could have like a bunny skin. I know Bun Bun would be super happy about that. A little like I'm thinking like of a demonic, completely crazy like bunny, like Donnie
Oh,
Darko bunny or something. You know what I mean? Like with like a little bit of blood. There has to have been like some like horror movie from the 80s that shows like little cute bunnies terrorizing like a little like you know what I mean, right?
are you talking about Holy Grail, because there they had the killer bunny and the
Was it the
holy hand
holy?
grenade.
I guess I don't remember. I just remember seeing somewhere
It
like
was a comedy. It was a comedy.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You Americans and your knowledge of European quality comedy shows is appalling.
I don't know. Thank you. I'm gonna take that as a compliment. Okay, this is it. This is not gonna go well. No,
No, no, but I
no,
mean
no.
it was a super cool bunny in the Holy Grail. I mean and it did tear the throat of many brave knights. So
Now I'm looking it up. Holy Grail. Okay, well then, yeah. You see, you can definitely have a killer bunny. Holy Grail killer bunny.
what about Plants vs
Oh my
Zombies
God.
zombie skin? Well, I mean I don't think that we're going to have like skins from another game. So usually it's the same company that does that kind of thing. So
Okay, this isn't going to go anywhere. I might as well defeat. Oh my God, people are so lucky today that they're going up against me and not you because a lot of people are going to be earning those 500 gems.
oh yes.
By the way, guys, in about 15 minutes, we're going to have our CEO come on. So if you guys have any questions for him, be sure to put it in the chat. I do have a few developer Q&As, but that is going to be a little bit later. So let us know if you guys have any questions. He's going to be on maybe about 15, 20 minutes or so, not too long. It is his Sunday afternoon, and he is busy, but he is going to make a little appearance, which is so cool. I think I've only seen him like once or twice in my entire life. He's a true Viking.
That's true. Also, I mean, his hobby is diving without gear, like or deep diving without.
Deep sea diving.
I mean, no, no, no. He dives in lakes. Like
The free drive. Oh my God, what is it called? The free.
yeah, yeah,
Is it free driving?
free diving.
I
Yeah,
say driving.
yeah.
Free diving. Dude, that must be tough. That takes like a lot of. I have to ask him about that. Now I'm curious.
No, no. Like I mean, he was showing off the like as costumes and stuff. Like it's
Costumes or like gear, like actual like
no, no. But I mean, like you do have like the wetsuit and stuff. Because I mean, like sometimes it's pretty like when you're diving into those like abandoned mines and stuff, like or like wherever they do like it's pretty cool. So
That's so scary. That seems so scary.
no, I
Dive
mean
into an
like
abandoned mine.
it's
There's
pretty
an
dangerous stuff. It's
abandoned
pretty.
mine. Oh my God, yeah. Like I would feel like I'd be gasping for breath or something.
Oh
I'll ask
yeah.
him about it. I'll ask him about it. I didn't know that. Or maybe I did, I just probably forgot. Welcome, welcome, guys. Hello, hello. We are quite a bit away before another form drops. We're gonna drop another form at 200 likes. And if we get to 200 likes, it's going to double. So that just means more for you guys. Yay.
I bring the curse of low likes onto your stream, Sapphire. I mean, you see
Yes.
people just, they see me and then they're like, nope, we're not gonna like. Like, if you would have been like just by yourself, you'd be already at around 500, I'm sure.
No, it's okay. I don't get to 500 likes anyway until like maybe an hour and a half into my stream. So we have quite a bit. But I am surprised that a few people are missing. Like I haven't seen BB. BB isn't here. Zayos only made an appearance in the beginning. He's usually out through the whole thing. Ziliana also made an appearance. A few of the sages. Matt, I see sub. I see Bun Bun everywhere. Once in a while, Timon is here. I see Purple Jam for sure. He's a regular. There's a few regulars though that I'm used to seeing that I'm not seeing now.
Mm.
El Floriano
I'm
is
just
another
going to
one.
mention or answer a few things from the chat. We aren't really planning making any corrupted units. So we have corrupted stones which are associated with the corrupted era. But and Dennis, I actually agree. The mechanical skin for untamed beast would be pretty beastly. Ah,
It is beastly.
yes.
Ziliana's here. Hi! Congrats on baby number two. Gonna miss you, Sage. How do I remember you? I just trust me, I remember you. You were not somebody that behaved. So that's why your name sticks out. I'm so mean sometimes. I am. I mean, like,
No,
but
I
it's
mean, like
fine.
I remember Floriano and Stinky Lord and Purple Jam. Like
Stinky
all of
Lord,
these
yeah.
guys are, yeah.
Felipe too. This is Yaku. Hello, Remo. How are you?
Hello, hello. Oh, good.
So, let me see. So we have our dev here, guys. We do have questions for
Our
Hey.
you,
CEO is
Remo.
missing, but our designer, Mr. Remo, is here.
Hello, Rima. Say hi to everybody. Nobody can see you because I have Alter pinned a few technical difficulties on that end, but everybody can hear you for sure.
Ah, hello everyone. Nice to see you again from the armored camp.
Wait, did you dress up by any chance? Because that would be worth seeing if you dressed up.
No, I didn't,
No? Okay.
unfortunately.
Why are you in this call then if you didn't dress up? You were supposed to dress up.
That's the thing, we have some situation here currently in my country that it is prohibited to go around.
Sorry. It's okay. We'll forgive you this time.
No, Remo had an amazing costume for Halloween. If you
Yeah.
guys haven't the Halloween stream, do check it out. And all of the Remo's swords, which are, by the way, real
Real.
steel, the real
By the way,
deal.
nothing was costume about it, by the way. It was just like my normal equipment.
Your normal equipment. Okay,
But
that's
I mean,
great.
it was a whole Halloween costume, which was just normal equipment. Like a proper, like a real gear with the
He
chainmail that can withstand the slash of a sword.
he wasn't even like getting ready for Halloween or anything. He was just getting ready for practice that day. That's basically how it went. Huh.
Exactly.
Let me.
Well, while we're waiting for, and actually you can maybe even switch from me to Remo, Clary.
Yeah. I'm gonna
But
try.
the Remo, what is your favorite unit? We were asking, like, what's your favorite, what's your least favorite unit to use in Battle Legion?
Currently, I really like still the Battle Wagon randomness. which always I'm happy that brings me two brutes. That's something I'm always keen about. But the least one I would say, don't know. Not magicians I don't like, but sometimes yeah, sometimes stuff like those really annoying less boombots that dress half of the opponent's armies are really something that you don't really look forward to.
Remo, go
Yeah, I
live
mean
on your
that
camera.
can
Turn on your
be that
camera.
can be.
Sorry,
Hmm?
sorry. Turn on your camera. Turn on your camera.
I have it turned on.
Shema, how come I don't see you? Wait, wait, wait.
Yeah, I can see. I can
I
see
can't
it.
see him. Hold on, I'll be right back. How doesn't it work? It only shows you, Yuri.
That's strange.
There we go. Okay, I see you. Hi.
Is it working?
Yeah, it's working, but now I
Yeah.
have to like fix everything on my end, which should be there you go. Hi. Yay, with a bunch of stuff on the bottom. Okay, whatever. So,
I mean, I don't
well,
know, like if you've missed Remo, the my capture card broke
oh yeah,
sometime. So we're now on an alternative setup today. So
Okay,
super
sounds
last
good.
minute stuff. So you're on screen now, and Ulfer is no more, but he's still here, so you guys can definitely see him in the. Okay, I should stop hovering over that. Okay, all right, there we go. We're good. Hi guys. Okay, so everybody should remember this is Remo. Everybody calls him Remo. He is one of our developers on our back end. So yay! So if you guys have any questions, which we do have questions for him, I don't know if we should just start with that right now, or if we could just like just casually just like wait until Rico does show up, because I wouldn't want to be talking about something and then have it like cut or something. But what do you think?
I I think we could just hang out for a few minutes,
Yay.
wait for Riku, and then join all in, and then go from there.
Okay. I need to come up with
Yeah,
a better army. I'm at a 16% win rate, which right now is not a good thing. Um, okay, guys, we are 67 likes. By the way, so I'm gonna throw you here under the bus, Remo. He is
Hmm.
our go-to guy. Remo's our go-to guy when it comes to like how many gems we can award or not. Just to say. So with your permission, we're able to give out 1,000,000 gems today, right? Yay. Hi, Rico. How are you?
Hello, hello, guys. Hope I'm here at the right time.
Let me see if
yeah,
I
it
can
should
fix
be.
the cameras. Give me 1 second. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. Okay.
Hello, Ulter.
Hello, hello.
Hi.
We're
I hope
doing good. How are you?
good, good, excellent. I hope this was the right time, right?
Yes,
It
yes,
is the
yes, you're
right
fine.
time. We're just it takes us a little bit longer now to set up and change things around because as things would have it on the Christmas stream, on the sort of biggest last stream of the year, the capture card on my end died, and it was basically I could only see inverted colors on both of the streaming things. So in the last hour, we reset up everything on Clary's side.
Oh,
So it's what we call hassling in full speed. So and now you're actually on
good.
live. Say hi to the people.
Yeah, hello, hello, everybody.
Hi.
Hi, hello, hello,
So,
Sapphire.
hello. Thank you so much for stopping by. I know that you're really busy, but just thank you so much
No, no, I'm
for.
actually not
You're
busy
not.
today. So
Oh,
my day is
nice.
off, so not that busy. Just relaxing.
So typically, I would want to say, well, welcome to the stream, of course. And normally, since it is the end of the year, kind of a few words to our community from you. I know that you can't see me, but I can very much see you, and everybody else can as well. We do have a couple of questions that we wanted to ask you, especially since we found out that you are a free diver. Is that how you call it
Oh,
correctly?
yeah. That's what you call it.
So do you use any of those, like any of those, like, because I'm sure it's a lot of discipline, right? To be able to go ahead and do those really deep dives, etc. Do you use any of that type of discipline in your everyday life as a CEO?
Yeah, I mean it's obviously freediving as a hobby. It's a great
Mm.
way to reset your head in a way. So it's, and of course it's well, I would say it's pretty stressful at sometimes, but it's also a way to clear your head. So I think it's, you know, goes well with this kind of work. It is sometimes stressful that you can do something completely different. So it's, yeah.
What made you get into? I mean, there's two completely separate: building video games and then free diving. How did you end up in both?
Well, the freediving is much, you know, picked it up a few years ago, so it's not a, you know, I haven't been doing that for a long time. But you know, building games I've been doing a long time, and now with this company for 10 years, and before that I was more of a hobbyist, but still very much built, you know, different kind of games my whole life. So it's a long time thing for me. So.
Besides Battle Legion being your favorite game, is there any other game out there that you absolutely enjoy playing on your off time?
Yeah, it's, I would say I play so many games, but I don't play anything like, you know, super religiously. So it's more like
Mm.
I download a lot of games. So I have constantly like 400 or 500 games on my iPhone. So it's
That's a
just a huge,
lot of games. Oh my
I
God.
take out all the new games, and you know, but I don't really get, you know, there's so much stuff I need to, you know, being in the games business, I kind of want to take a break from that when I can. So
Mm.
it's more like doing study on other games and stuff like that. Yeah, I would like to
So,
have more time to play, especially on consoles, but I just, you know, too much screen time anyway, so I try to avoid it on the weekends.
yes, of course.
Yeah.
If there was any advice that you would give to somebody that wants to be in the gaming industry, perhaps, what would that advice be? Like do good in school, obviously, learn coding, perhaps. Do you have any advice for people out there that want to get into your career path per se?
No, I don't think there's a single advice, except other than, you know, work on games, whatever that is. It's hobbyist thing or go to school or whatever. Like I think there's many routes. Like when I started, there weren't any schools about, you know,
Mm,
we have now a lot of in Finland, but when I started, it was more like everybody had a hobbyist background and, you know, just interested in coding or art or whatever discipline. Um,
that could get
so
your
yeah,
hands in there, right? Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Somebody is asking, do you have the new PS5 yet?
No, I don't. I know. Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna get it, at least in the first wave, because there's no games that I'm super interested. I actually bought the last console I bought was just because of the Red Dead Redemption 2, and then and I was playing it like a madman for a while, and then, you know, so maybe if they do a, you know, special version of Red Dead on the PS5, then I might pick it up.
So am I hearing Red Dead is probably one of your favorite games? Like, or
Yeah,
one
yeah,
that
I
you
think,
enjoy?
yeah, from the console games, yeah, definitely.
What is it about Red Dead? Is it like the old country life, the
Yeah, yeah, I like
being
the theme.
out?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I like the theme. So I'm not that much into the like sci-fi games or anything. So I
Oh.
love the theme of Red Dead Redemption and
So
the style of it.
would you go more for like Lord of the Rings than like the cyberpunk that just came out?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah,
I know that's another huge popular game that's like a lot of people are
yeah,
waiting for that one to come out. Um, sorry, I got a little distracted with chat, just trying to read questions or anything like that.
yeah.
Um, what was your first game that you remember playing from a long time ago?
First game, man. Well, I started as C64, so it must have been something like, and then it goes way back. So, but I think a lot of good games from those times, obviously. Like, but I think first ones was like probably Tetris or Bubble Bobble or something like that.
Mm.
Very like old school C64.
Yeah,
whatever
yeah.
we had at that time. There was a bunch of them, but yeah, those were the oldest probably.
I think this is going to date me more than anyone here, but I remember playing the Super NES, just Mario, and then I remember the N64, and the one game that I was really good at was GoldenEye.
Yeah,
Um, I absolutely loved that game. That was really fun, and I think that was what got me involved in games when I was, a preteen. Just I absolutely loved all of that. And it's funny how like our choices in life kind of like lead us to this path. So it's just it's really interesting. And I consider myself very lucky to have like a gaming career and to be able to call myself a community developer for a company like Chaplight. That's very, very good. Um, what do you think is the most difficult thing about the game, perhaps? Battle Legion.
well, Battle Legion. Yeah, we obviously I've been playing that for a lot, but
Yeah.
now it's very hard to say. What's the more difficult? I'm stuck at rank 15. I think at now like 3,100 trophies for a while. So. But I do like to you know obviously like the way I play Battle Legion. I've started a new game like I don't know hundreds and hundreds of times before I have the whole experience and want to test everything out and it's kind of
Mm,
like try to help our already good QA team. That's my favorite thing to do. When I'm kind of like evenings at home, I play Battle Legion from of course all the development builds that we have and
yeah.
then play the game. You were talking about the skins. I was watching the stream for the past like 20 minutes, and you was talking about the skins and the favorite
What are yours?
you. Yeah, I uh, I was just thinking the other day that I would like to see the babushka skin on the Earth Elemental. With the small grannies coming out. You know, that would be cool.
Do you have any other skins that you could probably share that maybe aren't holiday skins, but are probably coming out that maybe you as, the CEO that you are, about, before that even we know about or something? Like, you know what I mean? Like, is there like a
Yeah,
sneak peek, something that you can tell us?
I wish I see a lot of skill. I'm on our Slack in the graphic artist channel, so I sometimes see these skins, very cool skins there, but I don't know the release schedule, so I don't actually know what is coming on there. So it's always it's a surprise for me as well. So
Is there one skin that you would love to see that maybe isn't in the works yet, perhaps? Like something that
I don't know.
like I think I
Yeah,
want
I
to
don't
have
know.
like a catapult throwing cupcakes skin. I think that would be really
Yeah, maybe.
cool.
But I mentioned, the babushka skin. I sometimes get these ideas, but it's just sometimes when we were still at the office, not in the COVID time, it was easier because I went to the graphic artist. I was passing them by, so I always threw them some ideas. But of course, there's a lot of different units, so obviously there's a lot of possibilities for the skins,
Mm,
and I don't think we run out of skin ideas. It's more like what can how much skins can we build over time and create. But I think that there's so many possibilities in the game.
yeah. What's your least favorite unit, I guess, per se, since we did have that discussion also before you joined?
Yeah, I think it obviously varies at what point in the game you are, but I think the walls are the pet peeve of many people. I have too many wall charge and I cannot really sometimes they've been good, but maybe that and the ice trap and those early units that are not sometimes very usable in the end game. So
Hmm. What about your
What's your
favorite unit? Sorry,
uh,
Alter.
now I like the frog. So that's been changing. It was the earth element. My kid loves the earth element, and that's her
Really?
favorite unit. So I also love that one. But now it's the frog. Very cool skins on that, and now I'm trying to build a meta around it to work to get me past that 3,100 trophies. Let's see.
If you ever need any advice, be sure to join our Discord server. By the way, I'm sure that everybody in the community would love to
Yeah,
give
I'm
you
there.
some
Yeah.
some tips and tricks. Alter, did you have another question? I'm sorry, I completely cut you off.
No, no, I'm good. I was about to ask actually about the favorite unit.
Mm. So you did say that you ended up starting like a few accounts every now and then. So one thing that I've learned from the very beginning, and again, this is probably a good reason why any new player that's watching this should actually join our Discord server, is because we do give out really good advice on there. But one mistake that I made like when I first started was that the moment that I saw like unit cards, I would spend gold on it without really thinking about what's the long game. You know what I mean? Like just because I have a card now doesn't mean that I should upgrade the units and spend all of my money on it. Is there anything like that that you also learned while you were playing Battle Legion that maybe you can tell us?
Yeah, I think it's pretty much the same that everybody learns. So obviously, there's, you know, you have to save your gold. So that's, you're always gold deprived when you're kind of at a certain point of the game. So I would spend it wisely. But yeah, it's all about the tactics you choose. So I guess I've tried many different builds, but it's, yeah, it's especially when you're trying to update the new units and kind of change your build. You have to be really careful where you use the gold, and it's always like, I love to, I play the game daily and in a clan, and I just love to come by and kind of do the donations thing, and
Mm.
try to get those units that I don't have, and try to build up my pool so I can change the strategies. But it's, yeah, there's so many different things in the end game, and especially the balance changing, that it's, sometimes hard to figure out what is the best thing forward.
Yeah. Like for me, I always see myself like I tend to stick to one or well, not one unit, right? But I tend to stick to like 3 or 4 units like constantly all the time. And even though I'm losing really, really badly, I still don't change it up for some reason. So I've learned that placement is also very important, like depending on how your units are placed. And if nothing is working, then go ahead and change your units. Like be a little bit patient with the army that you have. Um, but I get very restless in the sense that I start getting disappointed in myself because it's not like actually working, and then lo and behold, all of a sudden I see the light and I get victory after victory after victory. You know what I mean? So just patience is a good thing to have too. Is there anything in the game like we've recently had like a couple of game modes come out. From any of those game modes, is there something that you think is working really well that we're going to continue to keep doing in the game, like the raids, the skirmish, etc.? Do you have any favorites perhaps that you'd like to do?
Yeah, I think we're iterating a lot of them on especially next year. I think we have a lot of stuff lined up. Not new stuff that much in terms of game modes, but I think just iterating on those and making sure that the rewards are nice, and we have a lot of exciting. I think Remo is probably the right man to answer then a
Yeah.
lot of those things, like what we have, coming up on where we focus. But I do like the events. They give you some distraction on the main game, but I think that we need to iterate some of them, that make sure that they are, maybe not too grindy, and still like at the right pacing, and especially the PVE, that it's how it's structured and stuff like that. But I do enjoy the challenge, especially if you happen to be in a clan that is very active. Now it requires a quite active clan and kind of everybody participating. I think that's then the PV, the boss fight starts to be really nice when you have an active clan.
Hmm. What about battlefields? Do you have any favorite battlefields?
You mean the background
The
visuals?
background, yeah.
Yeah, I think there's like a lot of good ones and cool ones. So I don't really have a favorite there. I switch it up from time to time. I like to switch it, and also the skins. I sometimes just change the whole kind of looks of the army.
Just depending on the mood that you're feeling in that day, it's the
Yeah,
background and skin change.
yeah.
I like the demonic skins and the divine skins a lot. Like those I think are my favorite. But I like the underwater battlefields. I think that one does it for me.
Yeah, I love that as well. Yeah.
Yeah, that one's so pretty. Just like the amount that everything like gets into it and like the little details I think is what makes this game very exceptional. I was telling Arthur earlier or the chat earlier about the sound that goes into this. And he mentioned that he was one of the people that were able to like get his audio recording. Did you also record by any chance, or no? Or were you
No,
not? What?
yeah, I wasn't on that session. I missed it, but I think there was at least one founder there. I think Jari might have been there on the session, but there was a lot of people in our, like, from our company there, and some of the friends of our employees as well. So it was
Hmm.
a very fun session. Uh,
Do you see yourself screaming anytime soon for at least any of the new units that might be coming
yeah,
out or
maybe I have to
something?
do.
You
That would
have
be really cool.
to.
It's cool to have my voice in the game. So why not?
That That would be really neat if you could do that. Like it seems like a huge opportunity missed, you know what I mean? Not a huge one, but still, it would have been nice. A little fun fact and trivia out there. Um, but yeah. So you've been you what can you tell us a little bit more about how this game actually was brought into light? I know that this game has been around already for what, almost 2 years. It just came out, worldwide in July, but before that, it was a completely different game when it first started. So how did the game actually come to be?
Yeah, so yeah, you're right. So when the game first launched in limited set of markets, obviously it was very different game because we went very early to kind of test with the real users and real community. We wanted to build this game that way. Our previous game, we did a few years of work without without testing it in the market. So we wanted to do this a little bit differently and kind of see how it works and what doesn't work and so forth. So that's why I think it was roughly iterated and kind of a lot of iteration while being in a soft launch stage. So yeah, but it was one of the projects. We went through a period where we tested out like different game cores, different game ideas, and this was one of the teams that we had. We had three teams at some point just trying out different game ideas and coming up with different stuff. And it started very small with four person team, and then ultimately, obviously, now we're all building the same game, and now the whole company is focused on this. And yeah, there's a lot of
Yeah.
people involved building Battle Legion. So
So how is it that this game, because I'm sure that there was like several other ideas, right? That you're like, oh, we can do this, we can do that. What was it specifically about Battle Legion that you really wanted the people to like, okay, this is it. This is going to be our game that we're going to spend the rest of our lives on, succeeding. I'm exaggerating on the rest of our lives, right? But what was it about Battle Legion that you guys initially liked, or the
yeah, I
concept
think
of?
yeah, I think with all the games, it's first of all it's the feeling at the office when you build a prototype or you build something that is very like early stage development. Then you start to play it at the office, and if people kind of they start to play it more and more, and they play it outside of office hours, and you have a healthy competition with a very small amount of still people in the game. I
Hmm.
think that's the first sign that you might have something that works, because sometimes you build prototypes and it's
Nothing.
cool, but nobody's really like super into it, or
It's only
everybody
you that
in
wants to
kind of
play it, yeah.
competition first.
Yeah. That is it for me on my end. I don't know if there's any other words that you'd probably want to go ahead and tell us, your community. I don't know if you heard me. Rico?
Yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask them.
Okay. But what about you? Do you have any other like last words or anything like that that you maybe want to say?
My last words. I
Yes, your last
don't know.
words.
I guess
Mwahaha.
yeah, I guess I only want to say to everybody, have great holidays, and hopefully a good Christmas and a happy New Year. I know it's been a rough year. It's also been a rough year for us, even though our company can operate, without people being at the office. But it's definitely something that is out of the usual order of things, and I know it's much harder for many people this past year. So hopefully
Mm.
next one will be much better. So
Yes, 2020, here we come, hopefully. Unless it's 2020 repeats, then no, thank you, we'll pass. But yeah,
yeah,
2021, it's our
let's not
year.
repeat.
Alrighty, thank you so much, Rico, for stopping by. Also, guys, if you guys ever have any questions for him, let us know that we'll be sure to get you those answers. And we are thinking about doing streams maybe once a quarter, which I'm sure if you do have the time, we would love to have you back on here. But I know that you are really busy with things. But maybe once every blue moon or something, we can have you make a small little appearance and stuff like that. That would be cute.
Yeah. This was my first stream ever, so maybe
Yay! I'm
kind of,
gonna I'm gonna put you on the
can.
spot.
That's not true, Rico. You did stop by on the lounge stream.
Oh
You
yeah,
did say hi.
first one, say hi.
It's the second time. Second time.
Yeah,
It was a shorter appearance, but I think that did you have fun?
yeah. I think this nice to be on the screen.
It's
I
it's
mean, people have
yeah.
already said that you're the better Ulthar, and then Ulthar with hair and Viking and plenty of other compliments.
Yeah,
So
but you beat me on the beard. Beard for you, man.
I don't know, guys. I'm right behind you, so just be careful about that. Um, on my beard. But anyway, all right. So let's go ahead and thank you again, Rico, so much for stopping by. We are going to go ahead and switch over now to Remo. Is that correct? Since he's here.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah,
Thank
I'm here. No
you.
worries.
Okay, let me switch. Uh, bye, Rico. Thank you so much again for showing up. Okay, there we go. Hi, and this stupid thing comes up, of course. Hi, Remo. How are you?
Hello, hello. Is it set up? I still
It's
don't
set
see.
up. You're good.
Sounds
Do you
great.
see yourself
Yeah,
on? Let's see
I
what
heard
it's like.
someone was saying in the chat that it's recorded in the microwave. Yeah, unfortunately it kind of is because we're here in kind of a, let's say, really improvised conditions. But yeah, just wanted to catch up a little bit with you guys. So let me know. Maybe we can talk to people and ask like, what's the current, let's say, what's the current opinion about the bounty hunt event that has been running.
Ooh. So I have seen a few people say that they like the bounty hunt event
Remo
around the
is
camp.
the bounty hunt mastermind.
Is he
He's been
really?
doing the bounties, and he has been fixing the bounties, and it's let him have it. Let him have it.
Yeah, feel free to. Like we like went through all the feedback, and yeah, really, I think I went through like all of the ones that were like problematic. Wanted to make them much more balanced, much more like easier to access and less grindy. Now that we have the longer timers, I guess it's much more easier. So let me know if there's anything, yeah, you think could be improved or like would like to see there.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of bounty hunt is awesome. It would have been better if it continued after completion of awards. I love bounty hunt. So a lot of positives so far.
Yeah, the reroll was like really important. I definitely agree with it. Like we, yeah, went through the community feedback and just went point by point to get there.
Let me see. You're reading chat, right, Ulter and
Yeah,
Remo?
I'm reading
Okay.
chat also. Yeah, that's really nice to hear. That at least, yeah, because it's really hard to get into this like really sweet spot of challenge and not being too grindy and or too frustrating. So we still wanted to give people a challenge so they can tinker with their compositions, do different deck strategies, and essentially bounty hunt is pretty much a training mode also because you don't risk losing any trophies. But on the other hand, also we want to people kind of give them some puzzles, and some of the bounties are definitely like a hidden puzzles, such as the ones with Valkyrie and the similar ones. Yeah. Looks great. So shall we, did you Ultra, did you talk about the new thing that's gonna be happening?
No, not really, not really. I've only touched a little bit on the raid changes on the last stream I had, which was last week. So I mean, and I wanted you to, of course, perhaps talk a little bit more about the upcoming changes. What is coming in the near future? What can we look forward to? Let's say in the first quarter of the next year as well. But
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so
what?
yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead.
What I mean, what is going to happen on Monday, tomorrow. We have a new season starting.
Yeah, we're trying a kind of a different setup for the raids to see how this will go, because we wanted to make it much more, let's say, accessible, even to clans that struggle to have like all of the members attacking the bosses every day. So now it be like a lower frequency, and therefore it will be, let's say, much more easier and even much more rewarding, because the rewards will be the same. That's of course the thing, but the frequency will be much less frequent, so it will pay off much more for you to try
Remo,
to take down
do
the
I
boss.
understand it correct that basically before you had to fight 7 bosses and you had all the loot of the 7 bosses, and now you will have to fight 2 bosses per week, and you will get the same loot as you did before, as you did before when you would fight 7 bosses. Is that correct?
Mhm.
So, instead of 7 bosses, all you will need to do is fight 2 bosses over the period of how long time? How long will the bosses be active?
2 days, two
two
days per
days.
boss.
So, yeah,
So people can really try different stuff and different strategies, and the important part is they don't really need to be as much frequent into the game and don't need to change their schedule. So now it's much more accessible and they can even catch up. So yeah, the bosses are also rebalanced to be like every number is pretty much rebalanced. So we'll see.
nice.
Lower frequency is great, thank God. Yeah, so it seems there's some some feedback on it. Yeah, we'll see how that goes, and we definitely, as same with bounty hunting, when we don't really want to force people into like playing Battle Legion 24/7. We want for it to be like accessible, relaxing pastime for everyone, but also keep up with the challenge, so it's not just like that easy. But yeah, we'll see how that goes, and hopefully, feel free to again write all the feedback on Discord. We'll be looking into those very specifically.
I mean, naturally, of course, moving on from just length of the raids and the raid rewards, and I guess also the raid rewards are getting a little bit buffed. You will be getting some unit shards as well in the future from raid encounters.
Yeah,
Am I correct?
the raid rewards are pretty much current raid rewards are temporary, let's say, and we'll switch them with the new artifacts as soon as possible, which will be soon. And then the rewards from the raids will become the exclusive channel for you to grind the artifacts, and those will be really game defining. It won't be just like your units are 5% stronger, your units are 5% more faster. Artifacts will be really build defining, and you could build your whole strategy and whole deck around those. So that's what's gonna happen soon.
So, Remo, the next question, I bet you know what it's going to be. Can you tell us some examples of those wonderful artifacts? What kind of things can people expect to slot into their armies and make the army super powerful?
So which one should we look at first? I have some of them here right in front of me. So let's say, do we check a common artifact?
Yeah, I mean, I think that the common would be great because the common is something that people will start off with and definitely start working towards bigger, better, and more robust things in the future.
So let's
But yeah, where
say,
do we start?
let's look at this one. Let me read that. If you have less than 5 units remaining, all of them receive X% increase attack speed and X% maximum health buff.
What's the X?
The X depends on the upgrade, of course, but it goes into dozens of percentages.
Nice, nice. So basically, if you have the untamed beast, and he is anyway on 2 untamed beasts, oh, I could. You guys are going to be so challenged by my future armies. That's for sure. Give us another one. Give us another one.
Uh, those are some more common ones. Let's take another one.
If it's going to be a really big challenge for them to fight on your armies, you should really like up the reward. Just saying. Just saying. If anyone can beat
Whenever
you. Anyway, go on.
Okay,
Sorry, sorry.
sure. Let's read another one. Whenever your units are on your side of the battlefield, they take X percentage less damage from ranged attacks, and the range of your ranged units is increased by X.
That is also a very campy and for all the Russians in the chat, a very crab build. I mean, in Russian games, because if you're sitting in the corner and sniping, they call you a crab because you're like, especially in FPS games, you're crouching and you're moving like a crab. So like, very crabby builds coming with that power stone, which actually like if you have the those merfolk skins, you can even make your shield bearers into crabs, and that would be great. What about like like one of the mythic ones, something super powerful?
Super
What would be
powerful.
the yes?
Let me look into super powerful stuff.
I
Super
mean,
powerful
we
stuff.
were not even talking about super powerful stuff, guys. This was just the
Oh,
sort of
shall we take one more common one to see like what's there into the back to make the super powerful look more powerful. So
yes.
let's take just one more common one. This is one for the opposite build. So for every unit on your side over the count of 100, all of your units receive a 2%, 2.5% attack power buff.
Mm. So the swarm, the bigger the swarm,
The
the bigger
stronger
the
the swarm.
damage. Yes.
That's definitely there. Um, Let me look maybe of one of those more focused ones, because what are we doing also? We're giving much more emphasis on certain affinities such as chaos, nature, arcane, and so on. So currently in the game, it's not that, let's say, prominent, or you don't really have that much interaction with the keywords of the units as their factions. Artifacts are definitely changing that, and it means building an army of a consistent faction pays off. So let me give you an example.
Mm.
Arcane Reconstruction. When a friendly construct unit is destroyed, it has a X% chance of being reconstructed back up with X percentage of its maximum health.
Oh, this is now. Hang on. So you could actually have infinite wagons. Isn't that a construct?
I don't know,
With
I think
some
so.
luck, with some luck, you will have you could just the wagon dies, it makes unit dies, it makes unit. Because I think
Yeah,
that
but
might be a
vegan is a
construct.
construct, definitely.
A what?
Yeah, the vegan is a construct, definitely. It
Yeah,
should
yeah,
work.
yeah. That's what I remembered. And also, but it's actually like really because I'm the kind of guy that likes to use 2 3 towers. Even I mean I've used 3 towers in one build. 2 towers is very standard for me. I love towers, and the only issue is when the favorite unit of Sapphire comes over, the arcane blades, and like they just don't give a damn, and then they slice through all of your towers behind the blocking units, which is slightly annoying.
Yeah,
Um,
somebody I think wanted to read it again, so just let me just like rephrase that. When a friendly construct unit is destroyed, it has X% chance of being reconstructed back up with X% of its maximum health.
And I'm guessing that the higher the level or the better the
Of
stat of
course.
the artifact, then the higher the percent chance of basically when your unit dies, it doesn't need a blessed bot, it doesn't need any magical superpowers. Your artifact will it's like a Terminator. You think it's dead, but it just comes back, and we definitely need to have some cooperation with Mr. Arnold for some cool skins.
Yeah, the important thing about artifacts is that they don't just carry the effect themselves. You actively also upgrade the, let's say, the power of the effect. So those percentages I keep saying, like X of something, or like some kind of a
Mm.
number percentage, you actively upgrade that through, again, more of the artifact shards that you can get from the bosses. So the more the artifact is upgraded, the more the effects will be getting powerful, pretty much.
There is a question in the chat. Remind Remo people what how do where do artifacts work? In what game modes they work?
They should work everywhere.
Exactly. They work in every game mode. They're going to work in the ranked mode and raids and skirmish. Anywhere where you can spin, you can equip the artifact.
Yeah, and that this is probably one of the things that, let's say, let me give you an example of this arcane artifact that we are talking about. So some of the substats that you're having is pretty much as you upgrading it, it gets more and more powerful. So stuff around that, yeah, there's some percentages of like maximum health of all friendly construct units is increased by X percentage. That
Oh, so
would
it's
be
the
the
same artifact.
yeah,
So
it's
the
the same
basic.
artifact, but you're still
So
upgrading more and more layers of it.
so basically, the first layer of the artifact allows the reconstruction of your dead construct units with a certain percentage of health, and as you level up that artifact, then it will actually increase the maximum health of the constructs.
Yeah, yeah, and also it unlocks kind of a more abilities on its tiers itself. So the second, this is the first tier, the maximum health of like just a normal, let's say, buff to your construct units. But if we go higher, then there's another effect which says when a unit is reconstructed, all enemies within range of 3 are stunned for X seconds. And there's also another one, if we want to go even higher, which says when a unit is reconstructed, there is a X% chance that a clone of the unit is spawned on a mirrored position of the battlefield.
Crazy.
A question. With all the affinities coming in, and this is actually just something that not even from the chat, not no one sent it, but just me as a player. Uh, have you guys in the design discussions thought of allowing sort of allies? I mean, you can field the unit, but the unit doesn't share the affinity. But as a unique power stone to sort of switch the affiliation of one unit to the next unit. So, for example, you could make the Untamed Beast the construct, because now I just want to have Untamed Beast tearing everything up as a mighty construct of mega power.
Yeah, I think we're actively looking into it because when this update will roll out, I think we will pretty much burn down the balance department and we will take some time until we get things in order. Unfortunately, this is gonna happen, and yeah, we know, guys, we want to go really crazy and give you as much customization and give you some really build-defining artifacts, and we know for some time probably it will take some minor tweaking here and there in order to get these things back into balance that will form, which will be completely new. But yeah, we're actively looking into it, so it will be, in the end, we will reach a balance, definitely. So that's one of the possibilities that also we're looking into, like how these affinities can be even crossed, even though the unit is not from there. But as you said, like having a immortal untamed beasts that are cloning themselves on your part of the battlefield is probably something there on the list.
Nice. Yes. I'm, like Sub-Zero. I'm totally not excited. No, 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 no. I mean, I will totally not use this to beat you guys. That's not me. Absolutely not.
So just a quick intermission before you guys get back to questions. I've just updated my army to the one that you sent us, Alter, or you sent me, Alter, just to see how it performs. And it's doing. I mean, it's barely my second game, but it's doing well, really well. And yes, so no more mercy, I guess, for people when they go up against me right now. Sorry, guys. Anyway, you guys can continue.
Oh yes, this is the army that I have created. It's
Yeah,
it's a completely fair and
of
balanced
course. Yeah.
army of I mean double well double spires with 30% execute and all the toys on it. It's
I
mighty fun.
I might have tweaked it just a little bit, but yeah.
Sounds good. Sounds good. What else? What else can we expect? So artifacts. that's in the near future. January is what we have been hoping for and aiming for. What else can we expect? Of course, a lot of balance changes once the artifacts and the raids, sort of like the last patch of the raids will come out. So a lot of the but what else are we looking at? A lot of people have been talking about lack of stats, lack of information about whom you fought, how you fought, what are the like um, best units, worst units to use, what kind of, but just generally more information about your performance in the game. Do we have some plans on that?
Yeah, there's like one of the things I saw in the let's say features on the plate is that there would be a much more detailed rundown of a certain unit even. So in matter of stats, so like how these work, pretty much like pressing an info button would give like complete rundown of a unit. The other thing is we are actively looking into being able to have an API that will be
Mm.
able to like have those stats somewhere there on the site, and yeah, players can do whatever they want with it, which I think would be the best thing to just give people more power. So that's one of the things, but can't promise anything currently as the schedule is pretty heavy, and as Riku was saying, it's kind of a different working environment now that we are all remotely. So yeah, we're currently focusing mainly on artifacts and the raid feature itself. So one thing is adding the artifacts, and the other thing is also adding more bosses, or let's say fleshing the feature itself into much better state. So it's really feeling where we think it should be. As currently, we don't think it's like, yeah, we're just testing it, and definitely we'll improve upon it.
I do also know that rank 16, even though the rank 15 came out pretty fast, but rank 16 is not all that far away. We're not like months or half a year away from rank 16, and I do know that the work has started on that. Do you want to say a couple of words about the units that we might see over there? Because I think that they are also very representative of the direction into more tactical, more customizable, more like they're definitely not your simple shield bearers.
Yeah, definitely it's not your simple shield bearers. I know that next rank we will be adding not 3 units but just 2 units. So that's currently the plan, because we will be also focusing on looking at the units that are uh, let's say on the lower end of the spectrum, and also just because of the whole artifact addition, I think we will just need to look at all of the units and what's their interaction with the current like new system, because the balance will just get hazy. But yeah, definitely the units are coming, and it's not within half a year, it's not even within 3 months, so should be somewhere there really soon, dropping down on the ranks. That can again help yeah, push the thing forward. But yeah, overall I think we will be really busy in the balance department, and players will see it as we roll out all of these new changes and see what will take us there, and like how things will go.
But can you say anything about the units themselves, which because I do know that some of the work has already started on that, like or some general idea of the new units.
Yeah, they follow the. Let me maybe check that so I can have the, because these things unfortunately change all the time. Don't really want to give something misleading, even though we still are like iterating on it.
And I mean, this is of course, guys. Once again, especially the talks about the new units. I mean, and the same thing with artifacts. Everything said here is subject to change. It might be different. Something might be completely removed or powers changed. Whatever. Until it's in the game, it's it might, and even if it's in the game, just like with the bard, it might be gone if it's bad for the game.
Yeah, but it's, always we try to do it in a way that as similar to bounty hunt event, we push it out. We heard the player feedback, we changed it, and now I think it's in much better place as it was before. Same thing that we changing stuff around difficulty with skirmish and like all the other like features or units or metagame. So yeah, always think of it as something that we are trying to improve and make better. But let me look this up. Should be somewhere here.
Okay,
I mean,
so
I know, like, I mean, I will spoil at least, like, but while you're looking up the information. But there was a dude carrying a cannon.
Yes. Now I see it. I have it. There's a dude carrying a cannon, and there's an armored dude carrying something else.
So more artillery, more firepower.
Yeah, what I can say is that there will be a mythic unit.
Hmm.
That's definitely gonna happen, and yeah, I think people will really recognize the archetype of the mythic unit. Like it's really inspired by our, yeah, this is coming from our lead designer. He's really one of the old school designers, so he has a lot of things to get inspired from. This is really old school inspiration behind the mythic unit, so really looking forward to what people will say about that one. It is a humanoid unit, so I can also say that.
the
Pretty much
humanoid
a
unit.
warrior.
A warrior. Okay.
Mythic armored toad. Remo, can we have toads as a separate faction in the game? Like there
Yeah,
could be arcane guys, the
little
chaos
toads
guys, and there could be like a toad army.
that throw like poison. Also like a plague, another form of plague bearer or something.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
I mean they could have
at some
spikes in the.
at some point, if toads are too popular, they can make it to their own faction. Definitely. That's what happens with all of these other games. That when they have just too much of one faction, when it became a meme, they created their own faction. So why not? But yeah, currently, yeah, I think they will just need to do a revolution in the nature faction first.
A revolution. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Oh.
So I do have a question that I've been seeing a lot, and at least in the streams before, and then it's somebody just mentioned it right now, Purple Jam. Like, how come we don't make more army points? So what's the reasoning behind that? Like, we are not going to make new army points, but then people come and ask us like, why? Why not?
Hmm. Yeah, army points is something that's really, let's say, delicate to touch, because another army points pretty much completely increases, like, exponentially, the possibilities of what you can build, which means our balance department goes into overdrive,
Mm.
which it already will go into when we add artifacts, because artifacts, to be honest, will be the more points you are asking for, because artifacts will be 3 more slots on top of your current army. So that's maybe one of the things that I can say can solve this issue. But if we give more army points in the current setup of your, like, life units, it exponentially increases the combinations that you can go through, and the game is balanced currently too, to make some balance. So yeah, that's like biggest thing. Yeah, like those 100 unit points are definitely not happening. There's definitely some kind of a server limit, or let's say a
Mm.
technical limit, that how many draw calls or how many units can we keep on the battlefield. So that's one thing, which is like physical limitation of everybody's phone and the game engine and the current, like, setup. But yeah, artifacts are definitely something that pretty much increases the army points. So I would say that would be the answer for now.
So basically, that's not changing anytime soon, guys. Um,
No.
I don't think so either. I'm like, it just doesn't make sense. Like you're just opening up to so many possibilities. It's kind of like perfecting your build with what you have, and eventually, maybe if there is, it just completely, it's game changing. That just giving one more army point would be game changing. Um, okay, so Louise asked, is there a limit to how many times a battle wagon can be reconstructed?
Mm, I don't think so. I still think, like, this whole, let's say, if
If
cases
if
that will
if if.
happen because of the artifacts are prone to change. Yeah, I'm sorry. I won't say like this rule or that rule currently set in stone. We will change it. If we see it's too overpowered, of course we will need to balance it out in order for units to not get too strong or too weak. But yeah, it seems if your chance is lucky, definitely you can get it many times. We'll
Hmm.
see.
So this army isn't as strong as I thought it was going to be.
Which one? The infinite
No, the one that
metal
I'm using
wagon?
right now. It's
Ah,
already had a few
What do you
defeats.
mean? I saw it explode so many cool setups.
It's
It
not
definitely
good.
like
The corner builds, a catapult or soul pylon or even an arcane archer. Those are the ones that
yeah,
have had me defeated.
yeah. Well, this one is going to. But I mean, like I'm also not actually seeing it as clear line.
Oof,
Yeah.
oof, oof. Oh, this one just hurt me so much.
do we do another artifact that everybody wants to see how much limits we can test the game with?
Sure.
Sure.
So, Skull of the Necrolord. Every time your Chaos unit kills an enemy unit, its corpse has a X% chance of being resurrected as a skeleton with X% percentages of maximum health.
But I mean, is it going to be like a basically like a unit of an enemy, or is it going to be like a Death Knight skeleton?
Mm, if I understood it correctly, you have a chance to convert enemy corpses into skeletons.
Okay, okay. Uh, will we have at some point ability to affect like so that you know the summoned units would be affected by power stones? Because for example, the big issue with the battle wagon, for example, now when it
Mm-hmm.
spawns the units, uh, you can't even select even one power stone that would be sort of inherited by the spawning units, which definitely makes them. I mean, the battle wagon is not that bad on, let's say, the first season, but it's a lot worse on the fourth season because of that.
Yeah, definitely understand that. I think I brought this up into our design discussion myself during our design meeting. There's no, let's say, immediate action towards this on the roadmap yet, but as we get more and more into these, let's call them second degree spawned units, I think we'll need to figure out something for it, or let's say have some kind of either inheritance mechanic or you know something, or maybe a power stone that will apply directly to condition of spawning a unit out of the unit. Because yep, as you said, it's one of the things that keeps popping more and more. But yep, currently no like solid plan to solve it, but it's on
Mm-hmm.
our radar.
Yep. TK getting buffed. What's wrong with the DK? I thought that it actually got quite nicely buffed when it got the anti-heal aura, which is super powerful, in my opinion.
Yeah. By the way, people are asking if artifacts disappear. They won't, definitely. They will be similar to your units, so you keep them forever, and pretty much they determine the power index, or let's say the yeah power of your army. And yeah, they will be upgradable, and they will be exclusively the artifact themselves, not the currency to upgrade them, will be exclusively given through bosses and their loot tables.
Mm, that is, and that is actually very soon already. So also like it will be we will see some UI changes as well, as we need some space for the artifacts to be placed somewhere. And uh uh was there or what can you tell about improvements to the to the army builder and just quality of life things like ability to copy army, or perhaps have a grid so that you can align units easier? Or uh, are there plans to also add more, even though, for example, purchasable army slots to the yeah.
Yeah, know what you mean. Yeah, this is definitely one of the, let's say, higher priorities on the roadmap that we have. That is army sharing, having more slots, and being able to even like, yeah, we even want to have it as like a link, or let's say a number or numerical combination of letters that can be shared outside of a game. So yeah, that's definitely on our roadmap. Don't know in which order these three will be implemented, but yeah, it's definitely something that we want to have. Even the ability to see which setups your fellow clanmates are using on the bosses. So yeah, that's one of the things that we definitely want to get into.
Oh, so basically you would because obviously you can calculate the exact position and you could have the code like remember what unit and all that. So you would actually be able to just send the code and people enter the code and then the units are placed in the right positions. All you need to do is slot the right power stones.
I don't think so. There's the position mechanic is something a little bit different. I think what we'll do, we'll start with just the units themselves, so you know what people are using, and you can easily, let's say, share armies and like share compositions and strategies. But yeah, the one as for positioning is like a little tricky, but we'll see what we can do about that, and if we'll even get to it. Like the default one, definitely that we're gonna do and that we will do will be the one with the what's the like variety of, let's say, specific units that you have in your deck that your players, oh sorry, your friends will be able to see.
Yeah, yeah. All right, all right. Do we have some questions from the chat? Because I could also check the questions
Our
from.
artifacts drop within the clan. Does everyone get the same shards after defeating the boss, or is it random per clan member? I think currently it's set up to be random, if I understood it correctly. But different, let's say, artifact tiers depends on the star rating of the bosses, of course. So the higher the star rating, the better the artifact drop pool. So I think currently it's set up in a way that the common artifacts drop from all of the bosses, rare artifact drops from star rating 5 and higher bosses, and mythic artifacts drop from star rating 8 and higher bosses.
Mm. There is a question about the legacy skins. Do you know what is our plan on some skins which were available at some point? Like for example, a pirate bundle. Will people be able to purchase that at later time, or will it be forever sort of super exclusive? You had to be there, man, kind of thing.
Once in a
Yeah,
lifetime limited edition.
we think like, yep, that's one of the things that you have to be there, but for sure we don't really want to make them like forever unreachable. So one plan is to pretty much have different pools that are currently being rotated in the skins tab. So currently there's the divine versus demonic pool and merfolk versus mechanical. I think there's already one other pool being constructed in behind the scenes that I can talk about. But yeah, one of the things that we are currently thinking about is also bringing those old ones in, maybe some kind of a special pool for again limited time. But yeah, it means that it won't be unachievable to have those.
Nice, nice. I mean, the pirate bundle was honestly like so short time, and nowadays it's I think the rarest of the skins, and there were some pretty cool looking skins on that for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Like the last battlefield of the bounty hunt event is played on a pirate battlefield, by the way. If you
Mm.
didn't know this.
Yep.
What's your favorite artifact so far?
I really like these, let's say, uh, really strong effect ones that change. Did we talk about the mythic one already?
I don't think so.
I mean,
Did
you
we?
talked about the sort of faction specific artifacts, but I don't think that you identified any as
As
mythic, like
mythic.
super.
Yeah. So let me tell you about the mythic one, which is called the Pendant of Everlasting Winter. 20 seconds into the battle, a blizzard covers the battlefield until the end of the battle. All enemy units have a 5% chance of being frozen every second for X amount of seconds.
Wait. Say that again.
Wow.
Say that again. Say that again. I was distracted. Say that again. Repeat that.
Sure. Pendant of Everlasting Winter. 20 seconds into the battle, a blizzard covers the battlefield until the end of the battle. All enemy
What?
units have a X% chance of being frozen every second for 0 point something of a second.
Oh my god. Why? Why
Yeah,
do you
that's
want to
one of my
torture
favorites.
people? What the hell?
Do we want to look at the possible secondary effects of
Sure.
these?
Sure.
When Blizzard effect activates, all friendly units have their max health increase by X percentage.
Wow. I mean, the freeze effect also gives 50% damage to the units affected. So the enemy become, or you become stronger. The unit, the enemy is frozen, can't move, and takes more damage. And I mean, you can't attack either. So
It's random. It's not that like all of them get frozen. So
Yeah, yeah.
it's not like a don't imagine it as the usual spell that you know from games. It's more of a like a,
no,
let's
no,
say,
it's five
mind.
percent chance. It's 5% chance.
Yeah,
I do
it's pretty
understand.
much
Yeah.
a minefield. And then there are some other, let's say, sub effects such as while the blizzard is active, enemy units move slower, X% slower. And the strongest one, of course, while the blizzard is active, a strong wind pushes all enemy units constantly towards the enemy side of the battlefield.
Hmm.
That one's
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah. That might be really annoying for me though.
And then
Well,
you just need some units with thunder strike so that
yeah,
to make sure that it's like
it reaches.
completely fair.
Yeah, these are really like build defining in its sense, and it's not really like a, let's say, a good thing to just combine them as you can. We have some of those, let's say, like easier ones, of course,
Mm.
such as like some of the common ones are just like your units have a X% increased resistance to freeze and have X% chance to completely ignore freeze. So those are pretty much like, let's say, I would say the less build defining one. But yeah, even those are really strong sub effects, such as, let's say, after recovering from freeze, your units move faster for X seconds. After recovering from freeze, your units are immune to freeze, and so on. But those are not as build defining as the ones with these really, I would say, decisive abilities, such as resurrecting of corpses, reconstructing of units, or freezing the whole battlefield, or stuff around that. So definitely, yeah, there will be some crazy combinations.
Mm. How many artifacts in total can we expect? I mean, I assume that we will have more and more artifacts coming out as time goes on, but like the initial pool, how many artifacts will there be?
Currently, I think we are around like 15 to 16 on the initial pool, so we'll see. Of course, more skewed towards the lesser rarity, so more common ones and rare ones rather than mythic ones. So
Mm.
we'll see about that. But yeah, that's the current plan, to go around that pool.
I think that the secondary effects, Louis is asking, are the secondary effects active all the time, or is it something we have to choose between? But
If
yeah.
I understood correctly, they all have some kind of a trigger. So let's say, yeah, the pendant, I think the one I read with the Blizzard thing is pretty much like active all the time, but then some of those are, as even written of some of the artifacts, they are, let's say, always active, on search of a light, on every second, or pretty much like a different thing. But if they are unlocked, it means they like their effect is enabled.
But I mean, it's basically a path, like
Yeah,
it's not a
it's a linear
branching path.
progression. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
linear progression. It's not like choose one, so your blizzard will be, I don't know, more blizzardy or more warmer.
What about having multiple effects? Because now you basically can cleanse yourself of plague by applying another debuff. But was there any talk about expanding and having several effects active on the unit at the same time, or is that out of the question?
Mm, like if you mean like if your unit can burn, be plagued, and frozen at the same time.
Or yeah, or for example, well, I mean, maybe some of them would cancel each other out, like freeze and burn. Uh, but for example, you could be frozen and plagued at the same time.
Mhm.
Probably. Like, I mean, at least, like logically, it sounds like you could be.
I don't think so. There are any of these like super heavy, like yeah, that like there are definitely like debuff artifacts. Let's say we can read this one, Cauldron of the Plaguebringer. Increase the effectiveness of plague by 12.5% and it spreads and deals X% more often, which then tears into pretty much strengthening the plague and even saving your own units from the plague, such as whenever plague spreads to your own units, its effect is inverted for X amount of seconds.
Mm.
So yeah, there are some definitely like, let's say, really special interactions being built into them, but I don't think so there's currently one that enables to like the artifact of maximum suffering you into your every affinity of every possible source.
No, but I mean, I do remember that at some point the decision was made that we don't have multiple conditions at the same time. And I mean, I don't know, like, if, for example, are we going to get more conditions? Because now we have only burn, freeze, and plague. Uh, and then stun is a little bit different, but also, like, are we going to get more, like, for example, maybe shocked, maybe, I don't know.
I don't think so there's currently anything like that, because those would be, I guess, directly coming from the units themselves, not the artifacts. Artifacts usually just, let's say, increase the effect of, let's say, emphasize the effect of some of the unit deck compositions and give them more
Mm,
power.
mm.
So
Yep.
yeah.
I think we're going to start wrapping it up pretty soon. So if there's any other questions that you guys want to go ahead and ask Remo, please let us know in chat. When exactly is Artifacts coming? Like, when do you think we'll, I mean, it's an estimation, of course, but would it be January or what did we say?
Yeah, somewhere there. We'll see. We'll see how that goes, but yeah, within few months. Few means two. So somewhere there, definitely we want to push it as fast as possible.
Do we have a priority over like rank 16 first and then the artifacts, or artifacts before rank 16?
We'll see about that. Probably it will happen like that. That artifacts will go first, and then rank 16. That's, I think, is the what will happen. But again, it's prone to change. You never know. Corona can have a deadly mutation that nobody will know what to do about and stuff around
Thanks.
that. So
Yes, let's keep it positive. Let's keep it positive. We are going into a new
we don't know,
year.
but yeah, we will definitely try.
This is
So
not
yeah,
a repeat of 2020. Don't jinx
you
things.
can bet on that.
All right. I don't think anybody has any more questions. And if we do, either way, you guys can always ask us in our Discord server. So be sure to join up on there. And we do have a holiday event going on for stories, for fan art, lots of gems we're going to be giving away for that as well. And then I don't know if Alter, you want to probably say that you're not going to be streaming until January. You're going to take a little bit of a break.
Yes, that is true. This will be my last stream of the year. Next week I will be busy preparing to move. So this is
Yay.
also the last time you saw that background that you saw when I was on camera. Uh, and of course after that there's going to be Christmas and New Year and all of those holidays. But In January, I will be back from the new location, and uh, hopefully already solved, or I'll solve the capture card issue by then as well, and we'll be back fighting, hopefully already with the new artifacts soon as well.
Yes. I
Yes.
hope so too. I'll also be streaming in January on Sundays, usual time, like before. And that is it for me for now. And yes, I'm a little bit sad because it's been a while since I've seen you guys, and it's going to be a little bit more before I see you guys again. And again, thank you again, Remo, for stopping by. We're going to be doing another one probably once every quarter, maybe one for Valentine's. So maybe you can stop by and let us dig into your brain a little bit more to see what's coming up ahead for Battle Legion and stuff. So anyway, that is it for me, guys. Be sure to follow us on all of our social media channels, etc. Any last words, Remo, by any chance, that you might want to have or share with us?
Yeah, I would say wishing everyone happy holidays. Also, expecting, or let's say, nervously waiting for the new year for this one to pretty much take over that one. And yeah, hope to see everyone playing and enjoying those new effects that will push as fast as possible.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. In a way, I'm not because it's going to be really scary coming up against these, right? But I cannot wait to get them into my army and see what strategies I come up with um, for them. Anyway, Polter, do you have any last words that you want to say before we end the stream?
Well, thank you very much, guys. Hopefully, the next year will be much, much better than this year. I don't think that there is. Well, yes. Just that. Have a great holidays and stay safe. And see you guys next year.
Yes,
And of
indeed.
course, we will be on Discord and we will be chatting still. But yes,
We'll be around, just
live.
not live.
Mm,
Anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning in and stopping by. Happy holidays and happy new year, and then we will see you next year. And again, we are available for you guys in our Discord server. So that's it. Peace out, guys. Ciao. We'll catch you guys
bye.
later.
Yeah, bye bye.